Namah Shivaya everyone, welcome in the first chapter of Teens for Art, which will be dedicated about drawing. So basically we can start by 3 Om, and I will do a Dhyayamo, but this is only because I feel connected to Ama. But you can connect to whatever makes you feel inspired. If you don't feel connected with Ama, no problem, and just be in your own moment. This is a moment just for you that you offer to yourself. Just let's get in together. Dhyayamo Davaravaguntanavatim Tejo Mayim Naishtikim Snigdalpangavilokinim Bhagavatim Mandasmrita Shri Mukim Vatsaryam Ritavashinim Sumaduram Sankirtanalapinim Shamangim Marusikta Suktim Amritanandatmikam Ishvarim Om Amriteshwarye Namaha Om Amriteshwarye Namaha Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Okay, so what is the first thing you need to do to be able to dive into yourself through drawing? Is to prepare yourself a good environment to work. So basically what I call a good environment is a nice place, possibly with natural light, not too much noise, or just birds and natural noise like this, or just a small music you like, but nothing too much rhythm, like really be in the flow, a very shanty mood. So the first thing is have a table with nothing in it. I mean, it has to be flat and with no other object that what you need for that. So here I have a small thing I add is a little picture of Ama, but just is for the inspiration of it. Then you need a nice chair, so not too high, not too low, just like feel comfortable. You can also sit on the floor, but in that case you need a table which is corresponding to. Also, you can have some oil lamp or incense or some flowers, whatever you feel comfortable to be in. It's really your moment, and create your own small space, small paradise, just to imbibe that calmness and that peace. First around you, to go and find it inside you. So me, I like incense, so I will basically light the incense now, and then we continue. Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Om You don't need to make it a big deal or a big ritual. Just feel connected with your divinity, your deity, someone who inspires you. It can also be your grandma or your grandfather or even your mom or your brother or just a friend. I mean, someone who helps you to be a better version of you, I would say. Then, what do we have here? The first thing, of course, you need paper. So at the ashram, we can find this kind of thing. But what you have to think about is what kind of paint and color you will use. Because depending on that, you will choose some paper which corresponding. Basically, this is a little bit thin for me because I like to use watercolor. Then if I use this kind of paper, then it will be wavy. But this is, for example, very good for even acrylic paint can be okay, and all these different pens that you can find with color paint. Okay, so I found another one, which is this one, which is a thick paper. This I broke it, actually, I didn't find it here, but I guess you can find it in some big mall or something like this. So I will keep that one for me. And this is something very useful, you will see after some point. It's just a random craft thing. It's just if you have some ink or some of the water just going around, this will be helpful that you can put your hand on it when you are drawing, then you don't make some blur part. Then, what do we have inside this? This is my magic box. And in it, I have everything. So first, you will need a pencil. So you have the normal pencil like this, or you have this kind of pencil, which is interesting too, because it makes some sharp line. Then, in second time, you will need this kind of black pen. I have many different ones. Why? Because, for example, this is a very, very thin one. This is just a random beak, like you use for the class. Then you can also draw, not during the class, but between class. This is a very big one if you want to make some bold line. This is another style also. And this is my favorite one, which is a 0.5, which is really graphic, if you like graphic. Like when you see some drawing on computer, usually it's look like drawn with that. You can also have color one. For example, I like to use gold pencil, and I have this red one, but you can even use correction pen. That's not a problem. Actually, be creative. There is no end to creativity. You have to understand that I won't teach you academic drawing. I won't teach you how it has to be, because you have teacher for that. Here, we just go into what is your own style and what do you feel? I don't want you to draw something I can even recognize. I want you to draw something what you feel, something which shows more about you, about your emotion. That's what is more interesting, I think. Something I would tell you to not use is this kind of tools. So this is a rule, and this is this round thing. Why? Because it creates a shape which is like so perfect that it has no rasa. So it's good for scientific drawings and when you want to do something very net, but for what we want to do here, that's no purpose. What else? This is my little one. with this kind of pen that really is my favorite one, so I put it here. Then it will come at another moment, like not this session, which is more around the first step, but then we will go into color moment. So for that, you have to choose the paint you want to use. So, as I told you, I like watercolor. So here at the ashram we can find this kind of small thing, which is perfect actually to start. And don't forget that. Yeah, it's just a tissue, a paper tissue actually, because fabric tissue can make some problem. But this is really, if you have some water coming around, you just make things. And you can also use it to do creative things. We'll see this later. And you will need brushes, all kind of brushes you want. See, I have many, and I use all of them. Step by step, we will see this all together. But I like to tell you everything, because each time we will meet, it's good that you have all of this ready to go. Because you never really know at which moment you will have the impulse, and it's good that you don't have to run the whole house to find what you need actually. What we want is to not move. When we set up, we set up. So that's why we took a moment today for that. See, you can also work with this kind of acrylic colors. So this also you can find it just here at the ashram or in any shop. It's very interesting to also work with different texture. So you can use different kind of paint on the same drawing. So let it be here for the moment. And do we forget something? Yes, we forget something, which is water. Especially right now with this weather, please keep some water with you. That, again, you don't want to go somewhere else. You just have everything with you, your setup. So let's put it here or here, but not far away. Okay, what else? What are we drawing? So basically you can draw whatever subject you want. I thought about it a lot and I was thinking, okay, I think that maybe flower can be a good starting point for us to bring our concentration together. So because I like lotus a lot, I choose a lotus. But you can find any flower you like roses or whatever actually, but please choose a flower you enjoy, that a flower you feel a connection. And as you know, it's good to not pluck them from the trees, because the Mother Nature still needs them, like the bees need it, and it's good to not pluck it. So you can find fake flower. You can also use, this flower we put in the hair, or you can also just pick it from the floor. We have many that already fallen, so you can use that one. Like even a dead flower is so beautiful to draw, so you can also use that. Then, what will happen with that flower? Before we go further to the drawing, we do a contemplation of the subject we want to draw. Why? Because basically, as I told you, it's not about just drawing this. I have no clue that you just draw this on that paper. If you do it, it's fine. I mean, if you feel to do it, it's all right. It can be realistic drawing. But the idea is about what it makes you as an emotion. So basically, we will go into that contemplation, and you can check the shape, you can check the color, you can check the petal, how is it, all about the shape of it. But also let you be in even memories or some ideas that bring you this shape, because maybe you will remember, oh, that person offered me a flower like this, or I offer a flower like this to someone. Many things will come into your mind. That's why it's not like just a 2-minute thing. it's really like interesting to make it a 10-minute contemplation, that you can really go deep inside it. So we'll do this now. So I won't talk during 10 minutes. It's not the camera is not working. It's just like I let you go in, and then we continue, and then I explain you more technical points to dive into drawing. Okay, so when you feel that you enough of memory and emotion and exploration about what is this flower for you, not just this flower in a scientific way, but really this flower for you. What does it mean for you? What is beyond and behind it? What is the message maybe hidden in that flower for you? So at that moment, we can consider we are okay to start the drawing. So maybe you feel, oh, that's a lot to do before drawing. But yeah, that's the fundamental, which make you open to yourself. Because right now, with Teens for Art, we're not just trying to doing art. We are feeling art. We are art, basically. So the idea is that you will find your own way to draw, and with other art we will go further with that. But it's really about what you are and finding a way to express yourself, not with words, but with something which is beyond words. So basically, now with this lotus, what I do, I will put it in front of me, and I will try to find the good angle, which is the best for me, considering what I feel that I will draw. We never know finally what we really are drawing, because it will go step by step, and our hands sometimes are magic. They don't follow the mind. You will see that. So to me, for the moment, I think I will put it like this, because there is this little shape here which I feel beautiful to draw. So I put it like this. And then now we go into some small technical point that I will explain you on the whiteboard, because if I drew it on the paper, then it's gonna be a little bit messy, and also because I want to give you many proposals that you can really choose which way you want to draw. You don't have to, even if you find a lotus and you also want to draw a lotus, do it, please. But don't try to imitate me. And this is very different with maybe the classical way to teach, or maybe what you can learn in your school with your teacher, that you have to imitate a way to do. With me, you don't have to do that, and please don't do it. So, a first thing is about the composition. So, basically, you have your sheet of paper, which first of all can be landscape way or portrait way. So first of all, you have to choose which direction is your paper. And you can also create a paper which is a square. You can create even a paper which is a round circle. Why not? There is no end of that. You can even create some whatever shape you want. There is no mandatory thing. Really do the more funny you feel. Be happy with what you are doing. We are having fun here, and basically it has to bring you joy. Otherwise, if it's just boring, please leave it. So now, when we know if we want to go that way or that way, basically composition is about, also with square and round, I have to explain you basically, because you can just go by the middle of it. means the beginning of your drawing will be here at the center of the page. But you have many other ways to do, because this will basically be like, I do the flower like this. This is to tell you, see, I'm not gonna do a normal drawing. But then, you can also decide to do it like at the third point, still in the center. But you can also decide to do it on the corner or on this corner, and then your drawing will be like this. So basically you can do whatever you want. You can also decide, oh, I want to start from the top. No problem. You go from the top. You can, what can we imagine? You can go from the corner and just go from here. There is no end. Just decide where you start and let it expand. Then there is about the frame. This we have to talk now also. For example, right now, let's take the frame means you don't have to have the full lotus in the paper. What I mean is you could choose to take only this part, or you can take everything, but you can also draw only half part, or you can even decide to draw only this part, and then it becomes an abstract thing. What I mean is you have the full possibility, but you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can take only part of it. For example, if I want to take only the inside, I have all this little thing like this. And you can just stop with that. You don't have to do the full one. Also, you can decide, oh, I will take only that part of the leaf and just a little part of the flower. It doesn't have to be exactly the flower you see again. And about the zoom in and zoom out, you can also combine them. Meaning, I could, hey, I could even propose something which would be, oh, here I have the full flower, and here I go only with the middle part. No problem. Obviously, it doesn't look like the flower I have on my table, but what is the problem? Right now, you are doing with what makes sense for you. So, let's start. Oh, something important. Just find a place where you know you can leave your drawing after. This is not really a problem for today, but next time with the ink and the next time, the third time with the color paint, this will be very important that you can put your drawing to dry somewhere. So, one more time, you have different type of pencil. So, normal pencil and graphic pencil from different sides. Me, I really like the 0.5, which is very sharp. And something you won't use, please, for today, this is very important. You don't use eraser. You just put it there, we will use it next time. But for today, just forget it. Then, for example, I decide I won't go go from the middle, but not in the center. I will start here, at the bottom, approximately in the middle. This is because this comes to me right now. But again, you don't have to do like me. You have to feel what you want to do, and you do as you wish. Okay, so I put it like this. And from that moment, you will just leave your hand leads you. Means don't think too much. Oh, I want it to be exactly perfectly 1.5. I see some teachers, they teach like, oh, this have to be this, and I see, oh, it's this, and this is this. No, just look at it, look at the paper, look at it, look at the paper. And you translate it, means you interpret it. It's like a music. You have your own interpretation of it. And you will see, very soon, your hand will go a little bit, how to say, wild. And let it be. There is no problem. So I will start, and then I will let you go on, so you can either watch what I'm doing and then doing by yourself, or either doing at the same time than me. And we will meet next time with a very wild paper with many pencil lines. And that's all fine, okay? So, let's start. See, now it become wild. Means I started with, oh, I would like it to look like a little bit like it. So I was like doing, and shanti, gently, slowly. Then my hand is like, oh, but I can also do this like this. And oh, I feel it's moving, see around, and then it's going like this. Just let it be. And continue. You can use the full paper, or you can use just a part of the paper. Just be with yourself, let your hand lead you. Don't be with the mind, just be in your heart and let the hand go. And keep all the line. You see, there is many line I won't use after all. I know it already. But don't erase it now, because many times it's in the mixing and in the accident that there is something very interesting. And most of the greatest invention in art, they come from some accident, actually, something that the artist didn't want it to do, and it just happened, and then that is the genius. So just let come the genius, let come the divine, actually, because this is where it can fit in. If you control everything, there is no space for it to come. And also your hidden emotion and hidden, the thing that you cannot say to anyone, this will be inside your drawing. It's like a love letter, or it's like an angry letter. It's about what you have to say to the world. You can put it in that. So let it be. See now, this is not on that flower. It doesn't exist, but it's coming, so I just let it be. Let's see next time if I will keep it or not. See here, obviously this line, they are here on the feather, okay? But why now I let them go outside of what it's supposed to be the feather, the leaf, sorry, the leaf. Why not? I mean, maybe that's the path to some fairy universe, some wonderland. Just let it be, let the abstraction coming, that you start from something supposed to be real, but there is no end of it. We have a starting point only, and there is no end point. Sometimes you feel stuck, sometimes you feel drinking something. Just stop, have a moment, contemplate, but never think, this is so bad, what I'm doing, just I will throw it. No, 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 keep it. We continue with that. That is what we are doing together, is just welcoming your own inner drawing. And like this, you continue as much time you want or as much time you have. And if you have questions, you can send it. If you want to send already your drawing, you can also to us. Otherwise, we just meet again in the next sequence where we will go with black and white. And I will explain you new thing to continue that. Namah Shivaya. See you next time. We stop with Turi Om and see you soon. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. See you next time.